Hi everyone, so today I'm bringing you another collection video. This one seems a bit weird as I'm looking at them beside each other, but they are on the, they're in the same cube on my bookshelf, so I kind of thought they would go together. They're both from Penguin, but they're very different collections. They're not very large collections, but they are complete. So the first one here is the Penguin Horror Collection, in which there are 6 books, and then this one is the Fitzgerald Collection, which came out around the same time as The Great Gatsby came out in theaters, and they're just absolutely beautiful. So I thought I would go through these. So the first one I have is H.P. Lovecraft's The Thing on the Doorstep and Other Stories. All of the introductions for these Penguin Horror are done by Guillermo del Toro, who the director. Now, they're all the same, unfortunately, in every single one, which is kind of a bit of a disappointment. I wish they had done like different introductions based on different books. Now, I have read some of the works in here because I have read a different short story collection by H.P. Lovecraft, but I haven't read all of them. I can't say I am the biggest H.P. Lovecraft fan. I find him to be rather racist, and yeah, so I'm just trying to find I don't think that there is a index on this that I can find easily, but these are black edged, which I really like for these ones. Now I am keeping this despite the fact that I don't like H.P. Lovecraft because it does complete the collection, and I will probably finish them, but yes, I am not the biggest H.P. Lovecraft fan. Next up is a book that I have a lot of love for, and I have read many times and written papers on, and that is Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. I really like this edition. It's one of my favorite ones. I do own 3 editions of this. My ultimate favorite is the Penguin cloth bound, but as this is part of a set, I will be keeping this one. I know I just posted a video about owning too many books, but these are ones that are definitely staying with me. So I really like these. It's the blue design. It's still got the edges. What I also like is that it kind of fades along the edges, so yeah. Next up is one that I haven't read, but it is high on my TBR, and that is American Supernatural Tales by S.C. Joshi, I think. It's the script is kind of hard to read. So this is a collection of short stories. I haven't read this one yet, but I am looking forward to this one. Next up is Ray Russell's Haunted Castles, which I read in October of last year. This has Sardonicus, Sagittarius, and Sanguinarius, the S trilogy that he did. I've also read his, it has something to do with Satan, another short story by him, which was quite good, and I really enjoyed this. I really like Ray Russell as an author, so I would recommend checking this one out. This cover image is really graphic, and I am less fond of it than the others, but it is one of my favorites of the series. Next up is Edgar Allan Poe's The Raven. It also contains short stories and other poems. I've read quite a few of these short stories and quite a few of these poems. I haven't read it in its entirety, but I do really enjoy this, and this is the reason why I actually bought this collection, because I absolutely love this cover with the raven. They've also kind of got a little bit, I don't know if you guys can see that if the light will catch it, a bit of a sheen to it, which is just absolutely stunning. And then the last up in this collection is The Haunting of Hill House by Shirley Jackson. You guys know I love Shirley Jackson, and when I found out that this was included in these, I picked this one up. The backs are just kind of boring on these. They're not anything spectacular. Sorry, I'll just show a couple of them. So that's why I haven't been showing the backs on these. But yes, I have read The Haunting of Hill House. It's not my favorite Jackson, but I do enjoy it. It's definitely more on the outright horror side as opposed to the kind of gothic side that her fiction tends to take. So now on to the Fitzgerald collections, and these are some of my favorite books. I think that these are absolutely beautiful and works of art. So the first one here is The Great Gatsby. I really like when you take off the dust jackets, they're just kind of plain white, but they also all come, and I haven't taken these out yet, but they come with bookmarks with a quote. So this one is, "So we beat on boats against the current, borne back ceaselessly into the past." And you just kind of take them out. I just haven't bothered to do that. And the design is all the way around, and these are designed by Coralie Bickford Smith. Surprise, surprise. Next up is The Last Tycoon, I think. This is one of my favorite ones. I just think the pattern is really simple, but the colors are just absolutely stunning. This is the only one I haven't read of these, and the quote on the bookmark is, "At both ends of life, man needed nourishment, a breast, a shrine, something to lay himself beside," which I think is beautiful. I've read the majority of Fitzgerald's works, and this is one of the few that I haven't. Next up is The Beautiful and the Damned, which is in this kind of fan pattern. These are absolutely stunning in real life. I don't quite know. Yes, the camera is picking up on it, but there's like the sheen to it. The bookmark on this one says, "To Anthony, life was a struggle against death that waited at every corner." And just, these are beautiful. I really enjoy Fitzgerald as an author, and I wish I still had more to read by him, but I have read the majority of his. Next up is The Last Tycoon, which is just absolutely stunning. These Art Deco covers are beautiful. The only thing I don't like about this one is, unlike on all the other ones, this kind of, like the spine isn't centered, and that drives me absolutely crazy. But it's just a defect in the book itself. Like, I've looked at other copies and they're all like this. And the quote on the inside is, "He was, in one sense, the richest man that ever lived, and yet was he worth anything at all?" Very deep, F. Scott Fitzgerald. You're kind of a not great person. I realize Fitzgerald is not the best person in the world, but I do really like his fiction. So next up is Tales from the Jazz Age, which is another collection of short stories. I think I've read most of them in here. Same with Flappers and Philosophers. There's also short stories, and I've read the majority of these too. And it's just kind of this checkered pattern. And then the bookmark says, "The whole scene was a colorful circus of beauty and riotous pleasure." So just an interesting little quote there. Last up, or second last, is Tender is the Night. This is actually one of my favorites after The Great Gatsby. I do really enjoy this book, and it's got this kind of circle and lined pattern on it. These are I just love these editions. I don't take them out enough, and it just, they're so beautiful. And the quote on the back is, You're the only girl I've seen for a very long time that actually did look like something blooming." That's rather a lovely compliment. And then last up is This Side of Paradise, another one of my favorites, and it's just a simple silver chevron pattern. The effect of these when they're all stacked together is just absolutely stunning. And the quote on this one is, "If living isn't seeking for the grail, it may be a damned amusing game." So, very fitting for This Side of Paradise. A good quote that they chose. So those are my Penguin Horrors and my Penguin Fitzgerald editions. Let me know if there's any collections you guys want to see. I have done my Penguin Black Spine Classics. I'll probably do an updated Oxford World Classics because I've almost doubled my collection of those. I've done my Penguin English Libraries, both read and unread, and quite a few others. So if there's any specific ones that you guys are wanting to see off my bookshelves, let me know, and I will see you guys in another video. Bye!